Yang British punya tak ada. They have taken over. You see, but in the future, the numbers are going to increase. There will be more Mexicans, not only in California, but in the United States than there are now. And in Europe, there will be more Arabs, more Indians, more Chinese. Just imagine if 100 million Indians migrate into Europe and 100 million Chinese go into Europe, they will actually outnumber the Europeans. So at that stage, it's no longer Europeans, or rather we have dark Europeans. This is the future. What I'm telling you is what is going to happen in the future. I may be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I won't be there for you to say in 2050. What I'm trying to say is that in terms of population, demography, the world will not be the same as it is today. It is today possible for us to still maintain our people in our country, largely our citizens, although a lot of the tourists who come into this country, somehow or rather they disappear. But this phenomenon is going to go on. In the future, Malaysia too will be seeing more foreigners in this country. And maybe one day they will outnumber the locals. And I think Malays think that they are the majority now. You are only about 51%. So you're not too big. And if they come in numbers, the Malays will be a minority. In fact, Malaysians may be a minority in the future. We don't know. So this is the kind of future we can visualize in order to see beyond 2020. The demographics are going to be changed. The only country or the two countries which will not change will be India and China. You can't change the Chinese population because there are so many of them. 1.3 billion Chinese. To dilute 1.3 billion, you need another 1.3 billion foreigners to move into China. There won't be enough foreigners to move into China. And as you know, people who conquered China have found to their cost that when you conquer China, you have to change your identity and become a Chinese. Kublai Khan was a Mongol. He was successor to the Mongol conqueror of China. He ended up by becoming a Chinese. Even today in Chinese history, they regarded Kublai Khan as a Chinese. And anybody going to live in China will speak Chinese, adopt Chinese culture, and become Chinese. So it's difficult for you to dilute China, or even to dilute India, because there are 1 million Indians, 1 billion Indians, so many. So that's why they have to go elsewhere and live. So the demography of the world will change. We are going to live in a world that is multicultural everywhere, multiracial, like Malaysia today. So in this kind of environment, how do you manage your country's economy? We have to take that into consideration, because it is going to be a different world altogether. The financial part is one thing. Now we have the demographic part. And then we have technology. The technology today is already mind-boggling. When we pick up our cell phone and we ring up somebody, we don't realize that that cell phone is a condensed version of a radio station of the past. Before, in order to communicate across on the airwaves, so to speak, you had to have a big station with huge antenna in order to talk. Or you need a cable, under the sea cable from here to England in order to talk. And you use huge telecommunication stations in order to talk. I think the younger people may not know this because they are used to cellular phone. But in those days, to call London, you have to dial the operator. Operator, please give me London number such, and you wait for 1 hour for the line to go through, because it has to go through cables to London. After some time, you get through, the operator will tell you, yes, you got your number, please speak up. And you have to shout, because you think only if you shout, you can hear in London. Very difficult. But today, you have this radio station in your pocket. You take it out and you ring up New York. You speak to this person in New York with your normal voice. You don't have to scream. They can hear you very clearly and you can recognize their voice. Not like before. So that's the advance that has taken place in the telecommunications industry, where technology. But that is not all the technology that has moved forward. There will more things come. I cannot predict what is coming. But already what is available is difficult for us to understand. Difficult for me to understand. I still cannot manage the computer as well as my children. Somehow or other, children knows how to use a computer better than 80-year-old people. It's because their mind is very open. I couldn't conceive of a computer which can carry so much information, unlimited information. Nowadays, if you want to find out something, we want to find out the population of Albania. You just press a button, go to whatever, Yahoo or whatever, and get Albania, and you get all the information. You can even study history or the technology for making nuclear bombs. All these are available in a computer. The amount of information available via the computer is huge. And at any one time, millions of people are using the computer at the same time. At the same time. Can you imagine 1 million people using this small box and accessing all the information? Of course, we sometimes ask ourselves, where is this information coming from? The processors are actually in America. So when you access something that you shouldn't access, somebody in America knows you have done that. So don't think you have privacy on the computer.